Do you ever have those days where your system just feels clogged and staticky, like the energy is just stuck and it's not moving around? I have these days too, and my best advice is to listen to your body. For me, the first step is shutting off all the devices, turning off the electronics, and removing all the artificial sound that bombards us on a daily basis. I like to get up and let some fresh light into the house. Take a deep breath, give myself a hug. Next step to clearing my head is connecting with water, taking a nice warm bath, perhaps with some smell goods or some bath salts. Let the water take you on a journey. And then perhaps light a favorite candle to enact the elements of fire. Enjoy the rushing water as it soothes your skin. And after the bath, my next suggestion is to get a nice hot rag and put it in some warm water. This works as a compress that you can put on your face to warm up the muscles and to open your pores and let out any nasty toxins that might be built up in your skin. Take deep breaths and enjoy the hot rag soothing your skin and making your face feel alive. My suggestion is to keep the rag as hot as you can withstand. And at the end of that process, just think of letting all that negative energy flow away into the water. The next key to releasing the mind of all this stress and static noise and crowded energy is to focus in on our breathing. So what I like to do is put one hand over my heart and one hand over my diaphragm. And I like to just tune into my breathing. As you'll notice, there's a little bit of a rocking happening. That is so that I can gain a steady rhythm and really tune into my breathing. Taking time to let all my thoughts clear and just focus on my body. This process helps transform me into a natural state. Now, in this natural state, I'm going to do a short series of facial massages, which will help to release the energy and to help the chi flow. The first step is to warm our hands together. By placing our hands together and creating heat, we are creating also what is known as chi energy. And then I'm going to take my hands and gently rub them all over my face. You can do this anywhere from 20 to 30 times. In Qigong, a lot of the exercises take place in counts of 8 or counts of 32. If you have the time, I suggest doing the 32 because it really will give you a time to relax and de-stress. This helps you tune in with your body, and it helps you get an understanding of how stressed you are. I'm heating up my hands again. And now I'm going to take them and cup them right over my eyeballs. Now with this, I can feel the pressure of my eyes starting to be soothed, and I can feel all the blood vessels around the eyes being warmed up. And as you notice, I'm tuning into my breathing again with slight rocking and resting the eyes into the palms of the warm hands. Now I will take my two thumbs and I will place them upon the two acupressure points right above the eyes. These acupressure points come from a form of Japanese therapy called shiatsu. Shia is the fingers, and then su is pressure, finger pressure. So by doing these finger pressure motions around the eyes, we are actually opening up the meridian channels to help the energy flow through the body. And as you notice, I start with small circles and then I go a little larger as I continue on with the circling. I just felt that's what I needed that day. All of this is done on an individual basis, so apply pressure as it feels good. Nothing should hurt. It should actually feel calming and releasing of energy. Next step is to get our fingers and comb over our hair. So I choose to do this one about 32 times, releasing all the channels of chi that are found on the head. And we're going to just take the fingertips and you're going to run them from the beginning of the hairline to the very back, getting the whole scalp and all of the hair. This should feel really good. At the end of each one of these exercises, you'll notice your hands may tense up a little bit. So you just need to shake those out. Give yourself a time to relax. They're doing a lot of work. Tune back into your breathing and get ready for the next exercise. So now we're going to take our fingers and curve them and then use them like little hammers to knock on the wood. This is what it's called in Qigong, which is another form of Eastern medicine that uses pressure to release chi energy, resulting in better mental clarity, better digestion, and more supple looking skin. So we're just going to tap, 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 tap all over the scalp. This should feel really good. Shake it out and relax. The next exercise is using the fingertips to move the whole scalp. Now, it looks like I'm shampooing the scalp, which a lot of people call it that. But what we're actually trying to do is we're trying to release the fascia from the top of the head. So what happens with a lot of our muscle groups is when the muscle groups get bound up by the fascia, it gets really sticky in there, and each muscle is not able to perform its own special task, making it full of tension. And so the important thing to do is to loosen up that fascia so each muscle can move freely and work independently. This feels really good on the head. Shake it out again. Now we're going to move to the back of the head. So there's two pressure points on the back of the head that help to release a lot of tension and are great for tension headaches. And they're found right above the last vertebra, the two bony parts. So you take your thumbs and you massage these two pressure points. You massage the two muscles at the back of the head, really focusing on these areas with your fingertips. Now we're gonna turn back around and take our thumbs and use them to swipe across the jawline. Now, as you swipe across the jawline from the ear to the chin, you will notice inside of the muscles, if you're doing just enough pressure, you might feel little pieces that get stuck or little pieces that get caught up and not allow you to move smoothly across the cheek. Those are muscle tensions that need to come out. Those are blockages of energy. So if we can release those, then that releases a lot of the tension in the jawline and the neck. Remember, focus on your breathing when doing the pressure. Our next activity is going to get our 3 fingers and we're going to activate the 3 acupressure points right on the eyebrows. And we're going to just lean into those. As you can see, I am concentrated on my breathing. I have my steady rocking motion going on, and my head is simply leaning into my hands. The very important part about shiatsu or acupressure, qigong, and some of these other various forms of massage is that it should take as little bit of muscle as possible. So what I mean by that is we shouldn't be straining in order to do these motions. These should feel very kind, very gentle on your body. And as you can see, now I've moved to the bottom of the eye and I'm just kind of wiggling around these pressure points. And I really just want to open up the energy around the eyes. And now that we've opened up those energy channels, we just want to use our fingers to swipe the energy down. If you notice, when I swipe from my eyes down the side of my cheeks onto my clavicle, that is for a lymph drainage. And that's what we want. We want to drain the lymphs, and we want to open up all of the meridian channels that are found in the face. The gallbladder meridian is especially important. And our next massage is coming from the practice of qigong. Now what you're going to do is just take your finger and rub it right above your lip and underneath your nose. Just keep going back and forth, back and forth. And we just really want to open up the channels around the mouth. And after I used one hand, I'm going to take my other hand, and now I'm going to work right below the lip, above the chin. There's an area in there that holds a lot of tension. We use our face for so many things, so it's very important to take care of it and give it some love. Now I'm going to give my temples just a very, very gentle rub. Working down and to the side, down and to the side. If you find areas of really heavy tension, it's okay to stay there and hang out for a minute. Just apply firm pressure, and very important to breathe into it while we are pressing on these acupressure points. This can be really great to relieve tension, stress, headaches. The next activity here is going to rub along the meridians that are found on the side of the nostrils and on the side of the smile lines. Generating this blood flow to the face will help the face feel more supple and the skin will have more elasticity. The next exercise is going to be to get our fingertips and to massage our jaws. Right at the top of the jaw, we hold a lot of tension here. This is where a lot of people will feel tension if they grind their teeth a lot, if they hold tension in their neck, and this is especially a great place to hang out for a few extra seconds to release some of that extra tension found in the face. So this next exercise is going to be one of reflexology, where we find different points on the ear and we're going to press on these different points of the ear, pulling the ears back and forward, gently moving them around and opening up the energy channels that are found within the ear. If you notice, many people actually do this with their pets or with their children. While they're sleeping or while they're laying on their lap, they'll play with their ear. And there's a great reason why this feels so good. It's because there's many energy channels found on the ears that open up our flow. Now I'm going to end the massage by just doing some lymph node drainage. So by rubbing my hands across the sides of my face and down through the sides of my cheeks, I am helping the lymphs to move around my system and letting my body do what it needs to do. And of course, to conclude our facial massage, we're going to tune right back into our breathing. Our breathing is our first connection to our humanity and to our life. Our breath is what gives us our sense of self. I hope you enjoyed going on this little journey with me. No matter where you are, you can always take a time to tune in to your somatic awareness. Thank you for spending today with me.